coming to you live from the province of Hyrule. This is the grand finals of the HMG 2023 tournament. My name is Angels and I'm gonna be your commentator for game one here. We are finally here. It is such an amazing. Both of these two players has been amazing. Made up. Tam and Skele both have done such an amazing thing playing through here. Yeah. I'm excited. Both me and other Tom with is the tracker for the evening. I have definitely been looking forward to that one. For this one. As we are currently waiting the final seconds before we're about to head off. I want to check out with you guys in the chat here. Yeah. Here before we start. What is like your favorite start, basically? What do you expect them to start going to? I am not as read up, basically, on what they tend to start with. But yeah, there are so many ways they can start this off, so... Yeah, definitely, as stated here by Silvergun, that is a little bit of a mismarking. It is, it's a, oh, this is game one happening. And yeah, okay, I see it. So we have some really good guesses here. Tam seemingly start with Hendrik Kak, while Skele we might see those ice rod swims. So yeah, that's gonna be exciting as the countdown have started. So we are just a few seconds away. Yeah. They have started on their end, essentially. And there we go, Skele is the first one off. First starting with Link's house, while he finds 10 arrows, and Tam also starting there. Starting in Link's house generally tends to be what people do when it comes to early on here. We're also getting a very quick map check here, as we see that Hera is a pennant today, while the other two are crystals. And we are heading over to these swim / hobo sex here. Skele trying to make sure he doesn't get discovered by the guard. Now that archer guy just is the worst sometimes. And Tam actually heading up to eastern area. Yeah, he sure it does have boots, so it makes sense. Yet Skele be able to do a little skip over to hobo. So, blue mail from Hobo, pretty good. He's not gonna continue with the ice rod swim that we saw, that we basically discovered during just before the tournament. And a 300 there in Sanctuary. They have all the money they need for CAC and a little bit to the side here for essentially farming up for that. Sora money later on or other stuff. Tam skipping out on Bonk Rock, Skele doesn't. Finds himself a piece of heart. And yeah, Skele heading also over to Lost Woods, where our two runners will find themselves the red boomerang. Pretty good for second stun prices. Hopefully we get to see if that is something good. It might be bombs or money or some pretty good ones. Speaking of bombs though, they are on the mushroom spot. We have our first one. Our first bomb pack of the evening. Yeah, I'm just gonna run up here and check bush crab as well. Also dropping bombs. That is really, really nice. This routing is telling me that he is gonna head over and check out Lumberjack. And potentially he might even consider going up the mountain already. There is a mountain ascent here. And just a piece of heart. We don't need to do Aga for that today. Well, we probably will not do Aga at all because of that. Alright, he's entering the wall. Good job. You got it. Now you just need to enter here and perfectly movement there, not having to use the water to drop down. But look at that! Hook shot on Spectacle Rock. That is good. One could argue that you might want to pick that up before entering if you want to check the upstairs area beforehand. And yes, that is what Skele is gonna do. Tam might be just waiting out with doing the Harapot then. Oh, didn't Skele pick it up? There we go. Alright then, thanks so much to Sat here for correcting me. It is a fact BO1. If Tam... It is a sort of BO1. If Tam wins, that means that the final is over and he has picked up. However, if Skele wins, then it is everyone's game at that point. Thanks so much for the information there. Yeah, Tam here using hookshot and the little item box up there to be able to navigate through here. Yeah, I'm able to navigate out of with the old man in tow, and he's rewarded with a piece of heart. Oh, and he's gonna be heading over and check out Graveyard Ledge, and maybe he just does the jump from here to King's Tomb. A little bit harder trick though, the timing is very specific, so we might just see him save and quit and head back up and do the other way. But look at that glove in Graveyard Ledge, that is amazing. And that time is gonna now head over and get the rupees from the Hula Hand. Might have been a little bit lap of things here, but if you do jump down from the mountain descent, you are technically set up so that you are in that the Hula Hand state. So yeah. Oh, okay. Skele is trying for the King's Tomb. Alright, looks good. And he got it. Good job. Yeah, definitely glove is a huge find for our runners. And a nice heart container sitting there in the King's Tomb. Yeah, Tam continue with his South Shore. Probably we take this all the way up to Sora to check out what is for sale today, while Skele is heading to Bag of Escape. But the bomb barely missed the top Moldom there. Alright, nothing really in Bag of Escape. Taking in mini Moldom here, some more monies. And yeah, just monies and other consumables, so not really anything there. Showing the disappointment with the drum bop as well. Alright, this looks like Skele gonna head to Kak now. Has some cool items for it, definitely. Ooh, had to be careful, down to half a heart, and really, Tam, you're gonna tweet us to faster hearts sound. I'm gonna drop a bomb of disappointment here next to me because of that. But yeah, hammer for Skele there. Yeah, this is an interesting one. Early glove and hammer. Right, Tam has activated the water walk. Okay, some bomb packs to start out with in the well. Ooh, they have ice rod. Nothing in waterfall. Oh, except for the moon pearl. I almost missed that. Okay, we don't have anything from the ball of merchant. Right, are we being scammed today? No, we are not. We're actually getting the mirror from Mr. Scamfish today. I mean, if you have someone Moon eller Malmö, definitely could be cool. There's someone to talk to that way. Okay, Tam setting up for Hera. Alright, so Tam is gonna go ahead over check out the east side. Having that mirror is gonna help out with him being able to take all of it. As well, look at that. And a red cane sitting over in library. And they have the map check. So I saw Pod and Turtle Rock as 5-6. And I saw that there was... I might be wrong, actually. Alright, hookshot K for Tam, and that's it for Skele, where he finds himself a shovel. And we do have another commentator coming in here. Welcome, Moon. Hello, Moon. Now thinking my teammate from League.
Moon.
Welcome, Malmö.
Hello.
So sorry.
It's okay. My background on my stream is the moon, so it's an easy mistake to make.
Ah, yeah.
How is this race going so far?
Honestly, early glove, early moon pearl, early hammer, early everything. Yeah, this game is gonna go quick.
Yeah, until they leave something in Sphere 1, right?
Basically.
See, I noticed that Skele has a few things that Tam doesn't have, and I'm going to guess that they were in Kakariko Village.
Well, the things Tam
Yeah.
have that Skele doesn't was over Waterfall Cave and Scamfish, while Skele has the things that Tam doesn't have in CAC.
Right. So Skele goes there to get Moon Pearl, right?
Yep, Skele needs to head to Waterfall to get Moon Pearl and the Scamfish for the mirror.
I would say Skele is probably closer to that than Tam is to Kakariko, but Tam has the mirror, which helps a lot for getting back. I think Tam is, a bit of a memer, but also knows that this is a finals race and isn't going to just throw it all away for memes. So I expect to see Kakariko eventually for Tam.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to go into Ice Palace before getting the hammer.
Yeah, essentially. To be fair, Skele might not be too far away from Ice Palace. He could dip in there to check a few things out.
Ice Palace wouldn't be bad. It's kind of hard to get into right now, but maybe with that mirror. I noticed Skele likes to use the hook speed to clip, which is it's easier on the fingers, but I find it harder to do because you move 4 pixels per frame, and it's hard to get precise movements that way.
Yeah, definitely.
It's unbuffered movement, so in some ways it's harder, but you're also not having to mash your keys to clip into the wall, so I can understand why it would be easier. Also, Yuzuhara does it in like the world record all dungeons, so it can't be too bad.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a interesting sword.
Yeah, interesting sword and interesting titans on Tam.
Oh, that's nice,
Skele!
Allison. Oh, Skele.
Went a little bit too far there on that little clip.
So that would be Agina's cave that was left behind, right? And we'll just never learn what was there, because Tam will find Go Mode in Kakariko Village and then not go there.
Yeah, basically.
So in case it hasn't been gone over yet, the way that this finals works is Tam can win the tournament tonight by winning this game. But if they lose, then Skele has a chance to win a best of 3, a fresh best of 3 that starts over. And that race would be tomorrow, and then whatever they schedule after that.
Yeah.
So if you want to see more HMG, you don't want this to be over yet, you're rooting for Skele. But if you want it to be over tonight, because you have to you want to watch League tomorrow instead, then you want Tam to win.
Yeah, basically. So yeah, Tam gonna check back of his escape here. We saw it earlier from Skele. Nothing really important there, unfortunately. I mean, it is hard container, so getting a little bit of defensives is fine. Tam is gonna stay on the mountain, it seems. This is either gonna...
Something interesting, Tam, you could do, Tam didn't do this because they also wanted to do Back to Escape, but you can do King's Tomb from a Death Mountain Descent. You can do it in the Dark World and Mirror and do it, and then continue on. I think that's probably a little faster, but if you're also going to Back to Escape, it's not. There's no reason to do it that way.
Yeah. Or you're gonna see one of those fancy bombs to clip up here and then.
Yeah, this is Tam starting with Bumper Ledge. It's a speedrun strat that gets the item. The speedrun starts this route at Bumper Ledge and then goes in a circle just like Tam will be doing.
Yeah, I myself have not seen this clip before, so thank you, Tam. It's very fortunate for Tam getting that mirror from Scamfish before heading over to Kak and with the Outcast area. He's just gonna get so much from here.
Oh, Tam hasn't even been to Bone Rocks. Meanwhile, Skele is getting all that stuff.
He just ran straight past it earlier.
That's fine. So Skele lost Water Walk, but it's okay.
Yeah, there was.
It'll just take a little bit longer. It'll take a little bit longer to get to Zora. Even if there was, I don't think you would put down a mirror to get whatever's on ledge.
Probably not.
But you can see it's taking Skele a little longer now, having to go the long way around, which is, if you've ever run an NMG, this is really hard to not bonk all over the place here.
Definitely.
The shallow water graphics, they lie to you. They are not where they say they are.
Absolutely not.
They're different depending on which direction you approach them, so it's not even a one-to-one relationship there. What is going on with that thief? Did you see that?
Good question.
What?
I have no idea how he got there.
He's still there.
Yeah, what the...
What is going on?
Where's the bush?
Okay, so Tam has some kind of camera offset thing going on. Everything is wrong. I'm actually a little worried for Tam. And Tam's doing the right thing here. Do you see how the screen is broken? There's some hard lock risk there. Tam is going into a cave that they know will fix it. This is the only cave in Kakariko that actually has items in it that would fix this problem. They could go into there's the old lady house too would also fix it, but there's no reason to go there.
Yeah.
That is extremely... I've never seen that before, and I'll have to watch that back to see what caused the camera to be broken and what caused the sprites to be offset.
I almost think it must have been something with the Death Mountain descent.
Yeah, something about the way they transitioned the screen there, because you kind of like juke the transition to get to bumper ledge, but I've seen a bunch of people do that and not have that problem, so I'm not sure. Maybe those people have gone to Skull Woods and fixed their camera before getting here.
Maybe.
It's also nice to see Tam getting that funky bonk you get when you mirror block erase.
Yeah, definitely.
Bonk in place saves a little time. You don't have to walk back to where you bonked from.
Yeah, we do love it when the game is weird. Alright, they essentially only need one other sword and I think bow and fire rod, if I'm reading this correctly.
Well, we're gonna need a medallion of some sort.
Ah, yeah, that too. Yeah, otherwise these would have been major glitches.
We need flippers too for swamp.
Yeah.
I wouldn't worry too much about go mode just yet. I think there's enough missing that they should just be doing the things they normally do. Yeah.
There is a strong incentive to maybe start dipping dungeons soon.
Yeah, there's also incentive to maybe think about like GT. GT has a lot of stuff in it, but they're missing some things that would make it appealing, like fire source for the climb, or
generally as fire source for right side, to be fair.
Yeah. Lack of fire source can be a pretty big hindrance. Like, it makes you not want to go a lot of places, like Mire.
Yeah. I get that.
Tam is Independent Thieves. I don't think they'll stay here, but if they did, they would have to use the Cane of Burner to kill blind. Which is... Oh no, they have the hammer. It's still not great.
Yeah, hammer can be tough if you haven't practiced it before.
I think Tam has probably practiced it.
Yeah. And he does have blue cane as well, if he felt that he wanted to get the first couple of phases done. But yeah, he's leaving as predicted.
I'm hearing a lot of talk about the library. Tam and MM2 Ness both played a game where they left a sword on the library, like both of them did, and it was like the last thing they got. What is on the library today? Because a lot of people are talking about the library.
We haven't seen it yet, so...
Oh, we just don't know what it is. Okay.
Yeah, when Tam went down here, like Skele did earlier, he just hookshot over so he could head to back of escape and the King's Tomb.
Oh, so we have seen it, and it's the cane. Okay.
Lib is that,
well, yeah. This is... Okay, so I think probably Tam will do it with Smith.
Mm-hmm.
That's my prediction.
Yeah, it's a pretty good one to do.
We might even see a glitch called Frog Door.
Ooh, I love it.
There are two also going down the mountain. Or sorry, Skele going down the mountain. Because I'm stuck in the last match.
It's fine.
Unfortunately,
we didn't get the elevator, which is my favorite.
I don't think Tam is going to... Oh no, Tam's not going to the library just yet. So we'll have to wait for the Smith chain play. It's Quake for Mire though, so that's good to know. Quake also for TR, which you can read a little logic, because the TR medallion does often logically lock a lot of the chests in TR.
Yeah. It can surprise you that way. We have so many ways to get into Third Rock. Sometimes you just need to go for the front. But yeah, Tam here checking out the different stuff we already seen on Skele's side, while Skele checking out Skullwoods. quite like heading into an early Skullwoods to see if we can be able to fish out both of the items.
Ooh, is he a one and done? Oh, let's see it. Let's go. Let's go. We're out of here.
Yeah.
We're not out of here. No.
No.
Okay, that's fine.
Well,
It's a matter of preference. But if you go in there and you find an item, there's like a really good chance that your other item is just in the back.
Yeah, definitely.
But if Skele can like pull a fire rod out of here, that's game over. Basically over somebody who does one and done. Not necessarily over Tam, just over the alternative version of you who didn't go back in and wrote off Skullwoods forever.
Yeah, definitely.
So what do I see? I see like a key and a map. Not looking very good.
Yeah.
Nice key dash though. How did he stay on grid there? Oh, Tam is doing some.
He might have. Is he forgetting that he?
So Tam is doing something called Blockbuster. This is a attempt to frame perfectly mirror while pushing a block to store the block. And then that looks good. Okay, so there's our. You could tell it worked because the mirror sound didn't play.
Yeah.
This is basically a way to do hammer pegs, slower than just doing it normally. But Tam is Tam, and will not let possibly their last race in the tournament go to waste.
I can imagine.
Here we go. We're gonna see some busting on Tam's side. It's actually kind of cool that you can like see the item appear in Checkerboard Cave while going into Hammer Peg's cave. And when you exit, you're still it preserves your overall location, so you'll just exit here.
Yeah.
We'll
nice baller though. We'll be able to do a Sick Kid one when he goes back over there.
We'll also see Gina's cave, which Skele didn't get.
Yeah.
Because of the soft lock.
Yeah, this can be potentially huge.
Okay,
Ooh,
it's to be determined how huge that is.
Yeah. I would say with that, you should just... Well, Tam doesn't have his Red King yet, but if he did, might be thinking of just doing a fake powder and then turning the mushroom, because why not?
Fake
Powder could
powder
potentially
is...
be...
Yeah, it's slow, but it's available.
It can be very deep powder as well, and if it's something good, you might be able to get a little good head start over your opponent.
I think we saw a race that might have even involved one of these runners where somebody fake powdered and got a bow, and it was a big deal.
Yeah, I can imagine. This is gonna be the frog being taken to a little walk now, as Skele is taking a Sick Kid. Nice.
All right, there's our cane. Disaster averted. High five, by the way.
Yeah, definitely.
That's Frog Door. It's you can see it's just a faster way to grab the smith without picking up rocks. Technically, it has like hard lock risk, but it's not. It's like frame perfect. It's not likely to happen.
Skele is also gonna head over and check out Meyer now.
It's looking like they're both in the same boat in terms of what they have and what they've done.
Yeah.
Tam is being pretty thorough to get smith chain and all this complete. And I don't know if that flute is really useful. Usually you do that to get the smith and that's it.
Yeah. It might speed you up if you're on one side on the map and need to go to the other. But
yeah,
yeah,
but it has to be fast enough to make up for how slow it is to activate.
Yeah.
I think maybe they're going over to activate it now because like the one thing it's worth it for is turning in the mushroom and turning in the purple chest, which is exactly what Tam can do.
Yeah. All right, Skele is gonna check out what he missed earlier.
The mirror makes it easy to clean up. These like library and Gina.
Yeah,
Skele
definitely.
probably thought he was never coming back here, but then he found the mirror and had the opportunity.
Yep.
But so far, Tam will probably be the first to show us whether that's worth getting or not.
Yeah, definitely.
Curious why Tam is walking the purple chest.
Yeah.
It seems like you would want to flute it over and turn it in and flute back, and your portal's there.
Yeah, a little bit cooler. It is probably Stumpy though.
Yeah, Tam can show us some cool tech for turning in the purple chest, but I think it's probably not faster than just using the flute that you put all that time into activating.
He also has the shovel as well, so there are 2 6 over here.
Yeah, well, it's not that K45 and Stumpy would be skipped. It's that Tam would turn in the purple chest and then go back to the portal at Flute 3 and then just be able to dash all of this instead of walk. I think that would save time. But Tam gets to show off some tech, which you'll see in a second. It's the reason Tam is dashing down here instead of going to Hive Cave.
Yeah.
It's taking advantage of that invisible purple chest trick to clip.
Yep.
Take a shortcut. Doesn't look like it was worth anything, but that doesn't matter because Skele is doing it too. Probably not spending nearly as much time getting hammer pegs.
Yeah.
But also, we don't have an emote dedicated to doing hammer pegs normally, so Tam wins in that regard.
We need an emote for Frog Door.
Frog Door, yeah, it's a good one. For the speedrunners.
Alright, Hype, are you gonna be hyped today?
That's reasonable.
Yeah,
Sword's
that's reasonable.
Good. Quake is important.
Quake is good.
Are we gonna do Mire without fire source? That's questionable, but we do need that eventually.
We are also getting fake powder on Skele's side. Ooh.
Oh, wow.
He might actually have a sword on to send over Tam because we might never go back to that.
Tam will never get that unless they're like in a horrible fire rot hunt.
Yeah.
And get the powder. They're probably just never going to get the powder, and Skele will just have the sword advantage until Tam finds a different tempered sword.
Yeah.
Oh, Tam doesn't know zero mid. Do zero mid. Ooh.
Ooh, he's not finding. There we go. He was not finding the position for it.
Yeah, it's a little more precise than you have to fake flipper. Zero mid is a method that discovered by Zero Rush where you don't go into the water at all.
Yeah.
You go into the ledge and you dash up and it puts you in the water above. So I guess you do go into the water, you just don't go in directly.
Yeah.
This whole thing it's in logic with the mirror. They're just not using the mirror to get in because it's slower.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't particularly like it because you got the flute, so you would be able to do it pretty quickly with a mirror way, but yeah.
Yeah, see, Skele is doing what I expected with the flute activation. Like, the whole point of that flute activation is to be able to do this.
Yeah.
30-minute uncle, not bad.
Yeah.
We usually wait an hour, but 30 minutes is fine too.
Yeah, as I said, a little bit early.
It's like a half-baked uncle. You have to put it in the oven again to get a full uncle.
Yeah, definitely. To be honest, I'm starting delaying uncle in my normal modes. And I have you and Obscure to thank for it.
I do recommend you do Uncle and Mystery because you can get vanilla swords. And it's really funny to watch someone get their first vanilla sword at like the 45-minute mark because they just didn't think to check there.
Yeah, definitely.
Or like they get their vanilla sword and it's like the smith, not the uncle, and they're like, oh, I guess I should go to the uncle, shouldn't I?
Yeah. It's a good way to tell if it's vanilla swords, definitely.
I think Uncle even looks different. Like when he's holding a sword, that means it's just a randomized sword that happened to be placed there. But if he's not holding a sword, but he gives you one, it's vanilla swords.
Yeah.
Unless they change something about this version.
I think it is still like that.
And I can tell that because I did like 3 mysteries in a row that were all vanilla swords. And there's a fire on the escape.
Ooh.
This is why I say, like, you gotta do your sphere 1s. And technically this chest isn't sphere 1, but it's close enough.
Yeah. A very good find here for Tam. We have to see if Skele is moving here as well. Probably because of just mirror. Having mirror
definitely
and pyramid together is good.
They're basically doing the exact same route, except Skele has a tempered sword and is a little bit behind.
Yeah.
As far as I know I didn't see the first 10 minutes of this race, but I think they are actually just like the difference you see is the difference they have.
Yeah, essentially. Yeah, Tam actually did a little bit interesting start. So you see how Skele have blue mail and Tam didn't?
Oh no, I didn't notice.
So how that happened? Oh yeah, nothing on mushroom, but how that happened was that both of them started Link's house and started moving right. Skele did do the hobo thing to get there, to get blue mail, while Tam ran up to check Sahasala, and then after that both of them saved and quit and had to sank.
Right.
So that is the only difference between them at this point.
Tam is doing it now, and that difference is gonna be gone in a second. So Skele is mirroring, that's good. That means Fire Rod. I wonder if Skele will go back for the Skull Woods. I didn't actually notice if Skele got second item or not.
I don't think he did.
Yeah, because it's on Moth. It's always on Moth. The odds are really good that Moth will actually have the item if you've already found an item because of the fact that Moth can't have a small key. Yeah.
It is gonna have that item or the dungeon item.
I think we found that this percent was around like 40%. And that's just for Moth. That's not even counting the bridge chest. Yeah. And that's a really high probability. This was from generating a bunch of seeds and doing statistics on them rather than calculating probabilities. Yeah. It was. I mean, I've been saying this all along, like just by instinct, that I think Moth usually has the item if you open one chest and it's an item. But
that was a perfect mirror wrap.
Yeah, very nice.
Cam. Makes sense to do Turtle Rock now.
Yeah, this is like League, except we're all enemies instead of friends.
Yeah. A nice little heal there for him. Yes, Skele picking up his fire rod now as well.
A very important fire source, and I would think that maybe now is a good time to think about Ganon's Tower. Oh, I like this outline link in the dark room. That's really cool.
It is only on when you're on a block, though. Otherwise, it probably would have not been approved.
Well, what it is when you're on the block with any other sprite, it would just be a black silhouette. But the way outline link works is like those are actually transparent, like in the middle. That sprite graphic does not exist in the middle of Link's hat, in the middle of Link's chest or whatever. So it just looks like a outline. Mm-hmm. Which, as it should, it's an outline silhouette instead of a solid silhouette.
Yeah. Also, I'm gonna have to tell you something. You mentioning that potential fire rod in Skull Woods made me think of my first ever seed I did.
Everybody has like amazing luck in their first seed.
Yeah.
Like boots on pet. I think like one of my first cross keys seed had boots on pet. I'm not even lying.
Oh god. In my first seed, Fire Rod was vanilla.
I almost think that in your first seed, you're like more likely to be okay in that situation because you're just going to do everything. You're not going to have a sense of like, oh, I shouldn't do Skull Woods without Fire Rod. You're just going to do it.
It was for me. It was combined with the fact that I was walking by Skyward and said, "I'm not gonna go in there until I get Fire Rod."
Oh well, then that's GG, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, I guess Turtle Rock is good too. Everyone's doing Turtle Rock because it's actually clearly the obvious choice.
Yeah.
Especially with that Quake medallion, like it's in logic. The only thing that's not in logic is everything that's behind the lamp.
Yeah.
So Laser Bridge and Trinex and Crystal Roller.
We have another high five here.
Not Crystal Roller. I don't remember what part of the dungeon is behind lamp because I always do it backwards.
Yeah. The curse of the glitch modes.
Yeah, my experience is I forget that you're supposed to have a lamp for that room, and when I do it forwards, I panic. And then I bring up my darkroom maps because I don't remember how to do it.
It is a good knowledge, though, to know how to navigate without lamp.
High five! Oh, Skele's walking out. Wow, that's a true high five. I was expecting a mirror. Skele's going forward, hoping that the keys line up to go forward, which they often do, more than you would expect.
Yeah. Yeah, Tam is gonna have to be really careful with his magic uses here. Hopefully he is very proficient when it comes to hammer Trinex. Otherwise, this fight is hard. Otherwise,
I agree. I find this fight pretty difficult. What's in the bottles besides the fairy?
I don't know, honestly.
Yeah, backdoor strats is correct. You would think that I should play it safe. And I will do like what Tam does, but oftentimes when you do this, you just get robbed of a hit.
Yeah. Okay, we got a little peek. He has a red goo, so yeah, doesn't have any backup.
Yeah, I think this is fine. Once you're in this position, you're good. If you're having to like re-hit the fire head, that's when you run into trouble. The fire head is like impossible to hit because the ice rod is so terrible. I can understand why Skele is going this way. He wants to do Mimic and Big Chest.
Yeah. To be fair, Tam is not gonna have too much problem with that still, so he's gonna come out of the main entrance. He can just run over and do the little mirror thing to jump down to the walkway.
The question is, will Tam do it, knowing that there's no item in the big chest? Because if Tam is counting keys, then they'll know that there's nothing there. I mean, they're coming out of Trinex with 0 keys. There has to be a key somewhere.
Yeah.
Or you can just count to 4, but that's too hard.
Yeah, nobody has time for that. Well, he's going back into the dark world, so probably heading down.
I guess Tam has time. Yeah. Tam is probably... they're going to Skull Woods, by the way.
Yeah. Alright, cool.
That's pretty good. I wonder if Skele goes for this. This is reasonably dangerous.
Yeah, very hard, the lock potential there.
But yeah, good, very confident. I can tell that Tam just does this a lot and knows exactly what to do. You have to not get nudged to the right at any point during that trick.
Yeah.
Well, Skudgewood is popular because it's like legitimately faster. Even from a save and quit, Skudgewood is the fastest way to get there, and I hate that I know that now because I will never do it, but it's true. You should just, if you want to be in the finals of HMG tournament, you should learn this trick.
Yeah. And should not play it for fun like I did.
Oh, if you play for fun, you can do it too, because then if you hard lock, there's no stakes. Depends on how you look at it.
I would say it depends on how long it was before you saved and quit, because look, for example, on this seed, there's not gonna be a lot of save and quits in this one because of everything they have.
I think I'm not sure, but I think Tam probably saved and quit to the mountain to do Turtle Rock. And that would make it pretty safe. They would have to redo Trinex, but they would at least know where the big key was, and there was nothing there to go back for besides the big key and Trinex. And they could just do
Yeah.
it later when they have better equipment.
Mm-hmm.
Here's some Mothula, which is really not giving Tam good patterns for
Yeah.
hits that actually count, but keeps it under control regardless.
Mm-hmm. But we're having the behind the strats for Skele. Yeah, because of Bacon Sword, he gets such a free. Yeah, he will have an easier time against. So don't have to worry about magic. Ooh, a little bit miss on the timing there. Not able to get that spin off, but able to recover. Has plenty of enough health for it.
Go faster with Tempered though.
Yeah.
Because like Tam had to do 5 hammer hits, and probably had a slower phase 1.
Yeah, he had to. Yeah, he did a bunch of pause buffers to get in those hammer hits on the ice head.
That's a good point. Gamma is pointing out Tam did not get both items in Skull Woods, but Tam probably thinking that they should just be doing crystals, and Skull Woods can be done later with Back of Thieves.
Which is a fair assessment at this point.
And at that point, you're probably pulling Ped. So you just go to Back of Thieves and you pull Ped.
Yeah.
Look at Skele also doing Scudge Woods.
Yeah, he got the moonwalk though.
I think it depends on like which direction you hit the transition with.
Yeah.
And Skele already got that first item, so can just leave and not have to worry about coming back in. So Skele's behind a little bit is because of the extra time spent fake powdering for Tempered Sword and the time spent in Skull Woods. Maybe a little more than that, but it does feel like Tam is about a dungeon ahead.
Yeah, it feels like it.
But a dungeon, that can go away very quickly, especially with them. You know, they're not in go mode yet, but even just the equipment difference on Ganon and in other places.
Yeah.
If that equipment difference stays, oh, that's not good.
That was not a lot of frames left for that.
No. Yeah, Skele was cutting it close there. Usually you like, ooh, I have never seen that
Look at
before.
that magic up there.
That was so cool. I don't know, I'm just impressed by that bonk. That's like you've practiced so much that you even know what to do when you mess up.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm always impressed with people who have like 10 backups up their sleeve.
Yeah. You can really tell how good the knowledge they have about the game.
Yeah, that's the sign of a person who has failed a lot of times. And like in a good way, like they know how to get out of it.
Yeah.
Because you have to fail a lot to get good.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of those threats coming out from people like Andy. If you accidentally be able to get locked in with the chest on Crystal Roller, he has sort of a lot of those sort of strats.
He's not getting great like moth patterns either.
No. I have to say, Skele might head in to check the bridge chest because yeah, he checked that item in the front. Might just pick it up so that he knows he's completely done with Skullwood, so don't need to bother with it.
Oh, Skele's going back in. Did Tam get this item?
Yes, he did.
Okay.
He did check bridge.
Meyer is a pretty solid option here. With the one difference being that like Tam doesn't have very good equipment against Vitreous itself. Skele has really good equipment. Both of them are missing the lamp, but that's okay. I'm sure both of them can get around that.
Yeah, we're gonna have to assume they do.
Tam has Burna and Master Sword and like a decent amount of health. So I don't think Tam will necessarily like die to Vidi, but I think it will take longer.
Yeah. Yeah, Tam almost done with Meyer. Did skip out on cutscene, so you have to see if there's something there. Still looking for that last item.
Cutscene is it's like weighted a little bit towards being a small key if you found the big key. It's not as heavily weighted as it used to be when they fixed a logic bug in V31.1 where it was like overwhelmingly likely to be a key. I kind of missed that bug. It was really nice to know that. But it was also fake. Like, it was fake logic, and it's good that we got rid of it.
Yeah, fake logic, and also the fact that it might be something that people just don't know.
Yeah, I felt a little dirty, like, knowing this fake logic. I would, like, tell people as much as I could. Like, oh, you should just, like, never do cutscene chests if you found the big key in the other firelock chest. But nowadays, it's a little more balanced. Like, now it's still a gamble to skip it. Use Tam and Darkmire in the spike room. The spike room's kind of annoying. Like, I think this room is worse than the first one.
Yeah. Oh, barely got that red cane flick there.
Tam is setting up a spooky action in the dark. This is pretty good.
Yeah.
It goes well with the spooky music and the spooky season.
It is impressive.
Tam is going for a second spooky, which is just a boss move. Second spooky in that room is it's just a coin flip, whether it'll work or not. And it'll either like gain you 2 seconds or lose you 2 seconds. It's not really like worth going for unless you want to look cool.
Yeah. He actually taught me something the other week that I actually used in the league when it comes to victories.
So Tam is using fairy iframes, but I'm a little nervous that they're on the mirror. Why are they on the mirror? They menued to the mirror on purpose. I really hope that they're not like on mirror and think they're on cane, because that would be tragic.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. We got the cane out. They were probably just like doing too many inputs and just needed to focus on actually doing the fight, and we were like halfway through the quick swapping. All right, really good use of resources, getting the red potion out. That's what it's for. The red, you don't want to like finish the game with one of those and then also die to a boss that you could have healed on.
Yeah.
That's like the worst feeling. It's like, oh, good thing I have this blue potion after dying, so that I can do the refight. And...
To be fair, if you were, for example, dying super early on a silver, the Master Sword no silver Ganon, you might just be like, okay, I can use this against Ganon in fourth phase. So, but yeah, I get your point.
I think Tam will worry more about magic on phase 4 Ganon than health. Because this is like if they were to go to Ganon right now, Tam is actually in a position where they would want to have potions for that fight.
Yeah,
but like,
definitely.
Like green or blue potions. Because the problem is that they would have to get perfect triples to do that fight with the equipment they have.
Yeah.
Oh, Skele's doing cutscene chest, and Tam's going back in, which is probably for unlocking Swamp.
Yeah.
I do think it's likely that both of them will just go to GT because it's like an easy choice to make.
Yeah.
They could climb if they really wanted to. They don't have to climb. Climbing is faster if you do it last, even if it means you have to save and quit out of GT earlier.
Yeah,
There's very few ways to get to Ganon that are faster than doing Ganon's Tower.
Yeah.
Including like clipping to GT and from a save and quit, like that's still faster than most of the ways to get there. Well, it's like just a compass in the cutscene chest, which is like, it's not nice. A key or an item, it's the other thing.
Yeah, it's nice for Tam skipping that.
Surprised to see Skele being so thorough in a game that's an elimination match for him and not for his opponent.
Yeah. If it was still 0-0, if it wasn't this whole BO1 could be BO3 thing, no. I could understand it. That's an unfortunate luck from Tam. Tam is still maintaining a healthy lead in this race, as long as they keep doing the same thing. Yeah.
And Tam doesn't have lose it all on Ganon. Ganon being like much harder for Master Sword.
Yeah.
Yeah, I expect a faster Vitreous, but like Skele is on 6 hearts, which is kind of sketch. Like I wouldn't be surprised if Skele also has to eat a potion or a fairy in this fight.
Yeah.
You can do the fight.
Tam taking a little gamble opening the chest actually.
Did Tam open the big chest?
No, he opened the bomb one.
So they did not open the big chest. Interesting. So
Yeah.
you can do something with Specky Clip now where you open the big chest with the Myriad key.
Yeah.
And then it's no longer a gamble to open anything on the way out.
Yeah. Specky Clip is definitely good for that.
I mean, the meta is brand new.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
I don't even know if it's good yet. I think it's good just by instinct, but it's not like we've timed anything.
Yeah.
It seems good because there's a chance that you could like have to get the Swamp Big Key somewhere terrible and then go for the Swamp Big Chest. Like it could save you a trick to left side swamp, or a backtrack to big chest from defeating Argus.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, I think it's good just for that reason alone.
Yeah.
It's a little less important if your go mode is flippers and another item. Like maybe there's a bow there, but it's not going to be the flippers.
Yeah. Okay, Tam hoping for a small key here.
Maybe, yeah. Tam's going for living on a prayer. Alright, here's Skele doing the tempered fight. This is, it's...
Yeah, just them saying the potion, basically.
Where did Skele get full healed? Is this a fake powder, or use the potion, maybe?
Probably potion.
Either way, it's better than taking a fairy revive.
Yeah. Okay, Sat is telling us about that he used also the pot. Okay, didn't get a smoky there, having to head over to and do left side and then back to right side after checking all the way to Ice Amos. Or you do it the sad way here, we pick up the key and then going back to right.
I don't think you do that.
No, definitely not.
I'm surprised to see a tile room that early without the key, because the point of doing tile room is to not have to do like a backtrack to big chest. Because if the big key is in tile room, you don't want to like go back for that.
Definitely. But sometimes you're gonna have the Galaxy Brain. I do know a particular runner who have done that before. So thanks so much to Selga for the raid.
Yeah, for those who just got here, this is a finals match. The way this finals works is Tam has, is the winner's bracket finalist and can win the tournament tonight. But if Tam loses and Skele wins, then a fresh best of 3 will be played starting tomorrow.
Make sure you have chips or popcorn, whatever you prefer, and some good beverage.
Skele's really just doing everything Tam is doing, which is like fine, but it's only, it makes sense because like what else are you gonna do? The seed is pretty straightforward in what it wants to do, I think. Until the bow is just an ice palace. Yeah, but no one's gonna do that. You're gonna do GT first, and then maybe if you're feeling spicy, you'll climb GT. If your mimic clips are really good. Yeah. Skele also not doing any of Swamp. Interesting. Thinking about it, but really just interested in opening that door.
Yeah.
I think, I don't know. What if there's just a bow in the big chest? You could even go into the roundabout room and hope for a bow.
Yeah.
The Tam, meanwhile, is still not found anything here except the big key. So everything past Stalfos room is nice. Everything past Stalfos room is basically like skippable if you're in go mode, but it's fine because nobody's gonna go here in go mode in this seed. Because clearly the bone flippers are just in pendant dungeons, and you're going to do all your crystals first, and you're going to do your
The tiny advantage for Skele is that he's gonna be able to kill stuff quicker than Tam. That is the only tiny advantage he has with following Tam like this. Mm-hmm. And not surprised to see Blue King coming out.
Oh! What? I can't believe this. So Tam didn't do Spike Cave. And Spike Cave was a bow. And that changes the equation completely.
Yeah, definitely.
Even if there's a bow here, that's a bow, like, Tam needs... Now Tam, like, needs an advantage for Ganon. Mm-hmm. Needs, like, a better sword or just, like, a better lead.
Yeah.
Could Tam do Spy Cave? No, because it's, I mean, you could do it from a save and quit, but the door is still closed and you can't exit GT. It's locked.
He would have to basically isolate the rest of GT if he wants to do it now.
It's actually really annoying that you can't mirror out of GT. It'll put you, like, inside Tower of Hair's walls.
Yeah.
It feels like you should be able to, and I think it would be cool if you could, like, walk out and the door would open like it does in Inverted for Turtle Rock, but generally speaking, the devs don't want to, like, add non-vanilla behaviors to glitch modes that they don't need to.
Yeah. And it's understandable in a way as well. But yeah, having foam bow there immediately heads over to Pod and the eastern area, which is totally understandable. And look at that, another sword.
Right. That's the sword gap, and that's maybe Skelly may not get that sword, but that's fine. Skelly doesn't need it. But Skelly no longer has a Ganon advantage. This is now a bow advantage, which is huge. But where is Tam going? Is this back to Spike Cave? Or is this somewhere else? If this is back to Spike Cave after, like, Ether Tablet, then Tam is just in it again.
Yeah.
And we'll probably just go straight to Pod. Half magic, not half bad.
That is a good one, though.
That would have been really clutch if, like, Tam didn't have Tempered and needed, like, to fix the magic issue. Oh, I think Tam is just doing bowless Pod. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm concerned now that Tam may have forgotten Spike Cave. I couldn't think of a reason for Tam not to do it on the way in.
Yeah.
Like, I think their magic was good. They had Cane of Burna, they had Glove and Hammer. Yeah, that was a great time to do Spike Cave, but I think they're just never going to do it.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean it's over. There's another bow in the pool somewhere. And just like Tam got a different sword than Skelly did, Tam could also just get a different bow. And then we're talking about a Silver's advantage, which is much smaller than a Tempered advantage.
Yeah. We did get also a little bit of a reminder from the bot there. So coming up actually very, very soon, not many days left now, SpeedGaming Live in person and in Herdon, Virginia between the 9th and 12th of November. I'm gonna be there.
I'm gonna be there.
Yeah.
Yes. I can't believe we're going to meet at SG Live and not the Swedish one that I went to last year. That's actually insane. Like, why weren't you there?
My job just keep me tied, unfortunately. Yeah, I'll be going there to run both the Link to Past and Ocarina of Time.
Sweet. I'm not going to be there for tournaments. I'm going to have beer and meat with all my friends.
I think if you live, I think it's gonna be fun that we have both you and Moon in the same room.
I think if you live in Virginia, you should just go. Like, buy a ticket and just go, even for like 1 or 2 days.
Yeah, definitely.
Because everyone who plays Rando is going to be there. Like, every week, someone new signs up for it, and it's going to be a big party.
Yeah.
It's also perfect that this tournament is ending just in time. I think even if they force a bracket reset, they'll have time to finish.
Yeah. Well, Odix, make that a challenge and it might happen. Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing a Wind Waker out of you, Mom.
Yeah, I would have to buy a TV to hook up my Wii. So I could technically do it, but I'm not set up to stream it.
Yeah.
Is it like grabbing the wall there saving lag? Or is that just something? I don't think NMG doesn't do it. I don't think it's saving lag. Or if it is, it's not worth it.
I have not seen it be done on NMG before, so I'm presume it doesn't.
I like letting the NMG people like do the timing for me. Maybe it's just hanging on for dear life. Like you're from earthquake country and you just had a 4.0 earthquake in the neighboring city last night, true story, and you like grab onto something. That's probably what Skele is doing.
It might be one of those. It might also be one of those things you do for luck. How I have my block in GT.
So yeah, Tam in Eastern without the bow. That's unless there's a bow here, that's a lot of time giving back to Skele.
Yeah,
Skele will mirror into Eastern and have 2 crystal dungeons on Tam.
Mm-hmm. It is feel a little bit that the longer Tam stays away from Spy Cave or not not finding a bow somewhere else, he is definitely losing time.
Yeah, it's this time loss is like real time loss now. It's not like, well, maybe it's it's gonna come down to where the flippers are. Because now it's like just out and out, like Tam's gonna have to go back to Pod Eastern to clear these dungeons if there isn't a bow here. Yeah. So everything else that happens is now with like a Skele is now probably fully caught up to Tam and maybe more.
Yeah.
And then, there will still be a difference caused by who finds flippers first, but that difference is gonna have different math applied to it than before.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, I don't know about Skele skipping GT because I think GT is next for Skele, because what do you do after you get the bow? You just go back to GT. And you do...
It's either that to start dipping pendants.
There is a thing you can do. I've seen a couple people in the tournament do it, and I think it's really cool, is because the big key was early, you can just get the big key and climb, and then just go back in. It's not that hard. Like, it's the same quit. It takes less than a minute to get back in.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to do it. It's like a giant left side swamp. You can just go back in.
Yep.
It's not as easy as like inverted, where you literally like walk into the door, but it's less than a minute. It's not that bad. Mm-hmm. Less than the time it would take Tam to get back to Helmasaur.
Yeah, definitely. That was a new way to do that room quickly that I haven't seen before.
Oh, is that the three arrow strat? I think it was Espion who discovered that. It is faster.
Yep.
I think he timed it to be faster at least. Although he was always the first to tell me, like, you should time things yourself. Skele's deciding whether... Skele knows it's a 50-50 and is going for it. It's a compass.
Yeah. Ooh, and Tam.
I've got Ice Palace, Pendant Dungeon. I mean, this is as good as any other Pendant Dungeon. I think it's a solid choice. Ice doesn't get any faster than doing it never, so...
Yeah. To be fair, it is also the green pendant, so just one extra item you get out of this. Able to get the bonk on the second try. And thanks much to Mr. Bayer as well for the raid. Oh, I like that. That's right. I need to copy that from Tam.
Oh, is that the bomb? So you walk down with your sword out, and you... I always say, like, on the second tile, you place a bomb, and then you continue walking down and release your spin. And you like hesitate a little bit to make sure that the top alligators or whatever they're called go towards you instead of down, and then you go down, and it all just works out. There's also a strat involving 2 bombs if you don't have Tempered Sword.
Yeah.
Also worth learning. It's a little bit trickier, but it's not that much harder once you know how to do it.
I know the bomb for the second room, but not that first one. The first one, to be fair, is pretty easy. Hey, look.
No, why is that there?
Lamp. Yeah, that is not a fun place for it.
That is a fantastic lamp location.
Yeah. It is fantastic, but not fun.
2 items already for Tam, but Tam will have to do the green pendant.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing stopping flippers from being on pedestal or the pendant. Oh, it's the worst of worst.
Yeah.
Worst thing that can happen in that clip.
Yeah.
Also, nothing stopping the second bow from being there. Or the first bow,
definitely.
for that matter.
Yeah, that's very fair.
We don't know what bow the logic was considering when it placed items on Helmosaur. Oh wow!
They did find cape in GT, so it might be first bow.
Yeah, but they had Burn Up forever.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen cases where your first invincibility item isn't GT, and that's the worst, because then you just don't want to do Spike Cave ever.
Yeah.
Alright, nice cold stare.
Yeah, definitely. And that is a small key. Big barely saw it, but it was.
Cool. So, like, there won't be a Cane of Samaria on the green pendant, in case Tam skipped the library for whatever reason.
Actually, did I think Tam skipped Ice Tea, didn't he?
Like, I saw Tam get 2 items in a row. I don't know if they got 3rd item and continued.
I don't know. I missed it.
Yeah, I mean, cross keys you just get everything because it's Key Sanity. This is 3 items plus the green pendant, and I saw 2 of them.
Yeah. Well, GT time for Skele.
It is a complete mystery to me why Tam didn't do Spike Cave. But is what it is. Flippers aren't green pendant, so Tam is at least on a right track and could find like another bow and swamp, and that would be fine. Yeah. And then we would have a race.
How much though do you think Skele is gonna pivot to Ice Palace after this though?
I think Ice Palace is a top contender for next play. Like it's one of the pendant dungeons. It's either go back to Thieves Town or go to Ice Palace. I think if you're gonna do pendants, you start with the one farthest away from Ped and you end with the one closest to Ped.
Yeah. Well, the one little thing there as well with flippers being on green pendant. If you don't think about it, about the fact that it can be behind ice and that sort of stuff, you are never gonna go to ice.
That's true. I think glitch players are pretty conditioned to thinking of mitts as being the logical access to ice. Mitts and mitts alone. Not even Moon Pearl, not even flippers. It used to be like mitts or flippers, and now it's just mitts. And flippers don't even play into the equation. Yeah,
but that is something that you have to know, though. That might be stuff you don't learn.
Yeah, but I think you know these things by the time you're in the finals of a glitch tournament.
Yeah.
That's an interesting walk strat for the red boom.
I like it.
Yeah, it works. The other method is pretty finicky, so if you can make that consistent, you're probably better than like ahead of most people.
Yeah, we have a question there in the chat that you might know. Is the reason Flipper was put into Logic and then taken back out?
Long story short, like we didn't really ask for it to be in Logic; it was just put in. There was actually a time when Mirror App was also in Logic for exactly one update, and then we were like, "Hey, wait a second, we didn't ask for this." And Flipper App is the only thing left. Oh, there's a bow and swamp. We have a race.
Go move it, Tam.
I think Skele is ahead, but has to go to ice. Like Skele could lose this lead very quickly.
Definitely. He needs to be quick, essentially here.
Yeah, whatever. Like Tam is in go mode first, and like ahead by Ice Palace, but behind by Pod and Eastern.
Yeah.
You know, like re-dives. So it's not the full dungeon, but it is like most of Eastern and Helmasaur.
Yeah.
I wonder if Skele will climb. I think that's likely.
Yeah, you probably climb here because otherwise you would have to come back to this later. And there
Yeah.
are, to be fair, 4 checks up there.
Yeah, there's nothing stopping the flippers from being there. Tam
Yeah.
didn't climb because they didn't have a bow. Presumably.
Yeah.
Unless your mimic clips are really good, you're probably losing a ton of time going for that. And the only way it works is if you like luck into a second bow on the top.
Yeah. Nice fight for Tam.
And for Skele. Oh,
Who didn't quite get the quick kill there on the second phase of Argus. The first phase did look good though. Yeah, we probably see a saving quit here from Tam to do clip back into pod.
yeah, Tam might go back to clean up on Eastern because Armros has an item. And then
Yeah.
also might climb GT. So
Yeah.
might lose out on whatever advantage you get from climbing GT last because... oh no, Tam's in go mode. Tam will just like do
Yeah.
pod and Eastern then GT because it's the last 3 dungeons.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, Tam's... What? We're paying Kiki.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need the money after this is done.
Can't take it with you.
Yeah, Skele on Barrier though.
So, I think it's pretty unlikely that Skele will open that chest in Swamp that had the bow. By the way, that chest was accessible without the flippers when they were doing Mire into Swamp. When I said that they could get the big chest, they could also have gotten that chest. And there have been times where I've considered if it's worth it. And I think when you look where you're looking for something like a bow, a progressive item that might not like be behind any logic, it's a good idea to do it. Yeah, Tam is just like, oh, we have a mimic situation here. Okay, we're good.
Yeah, running out of arrows like that is a little bit irritating.
I think I would have gotten the magic because Skele doesn't have the lamp, so needs to have more magic to do torches.
Yeah, we might see him head into the supply closet.
Yeah, but that's so much slower than just picking up that magic there. Probably didn't notice it was even dropped.
Yeah, might be a little bit to focus on what is ahead and not looking back too much.
Really hard to actually like tell who's ahead. Now that I think of it, like even if Skele goes to ice next, Tam is really just not that much hindered by being late to bow. Like these redips kind of hurt, but they don't hurt that much.
Yeah, they don't lose too much time, to be fair.
And Tam did have a lead before, so like that's if you're wondering like where did this lead come from? Like Tam has had this lead the whole time, and it was only temporarily lost with the bow being missed.
I like the quick answers, the quick conversation there in the chat. Where Flip, Salslag, Green Pendant, GG.
And it's not GG yet. It's actually very close.
Yeah, it is.
It would have been GG if like Tam had not found a bow and had to go back to Spike Cave.
Yeah. Also, Skele got bailed out with a nice little magic drop.
But also, like Tam has done so much of the game that bow was gonna be somewhere. Unless it was... I mean, we already saw that it's not behind the bow unless it's on the climb. So, like, Tam was going to get the bow. It's just a matter of whether it was... How on the way it was. And it was... Turns out about as on the way as it could be.
Yeah.
So that's... Again, because Skele's doing the climb now and Tam hasn't done it yet, it's still really hard to tell how different they are in terms of the lead. Even, like, who has the lead.
Yeah.
Until Skele just goes to Thieves Town, then that's GG probably. But
I should say ice is very tempting at the moment because of just being a green pendant, having that extra item. They have already been... Skele has also already dipped into Hera, so you're not gonna see him go there.
Yeah, they both did Thieves dies. Like it's hard to convince yourself to go back to Thieves Town.
Wasn't it Tam that dipped into Thieves Town?
Oh, did Skele not dip? I
think
thought
he
they both
dipped.
did. If Skele didn't dip Thieves, that's actually really bad, and Skele might go to Thieves. Because Thieves as a whole dungeon is pretty appealing, but Thieves as a half dungeon is not appealing.
Definitely not.
Oh, Skele had a blue potion, that's why the magic was fine. Also, apparently, like, the prize pack on the Zazak also dropped magic, and that's a prize pack you see enough of that by the time you get here, you probably know you're going to get magic on the way up.
Yeah.
If you're the kind of player who's, like, tracking dungeon prizes. I mean, I know a player who literally tracks them. I think he's crazy, but most people will at least keep a mental map of, like, the ones that are important.
Yeah. Well, if we do rando a lot, you tend to get those things tracked.
Rando people have like superhuman tracking abilities in general, so I'm not surprised by that. I know someone who has like 5 monitors to track. And somehow manages to get it all on the stream. It's just like I can barely get one tracker on the stream and have room for my bear cam.
Yeah, definitely.
Skele's having a little trouble with Agatu. But I mean,
it is not the best.
It's a hard fight, and also
though.
they're like getting out of sync. So like that hit that should have counted didn't count.
Yeah. Was able to get him down though, as about the same time as Tam gets almost down.
So the difference now is actually pretty clear that like Tam is in the lead because Tam just has to climb GT and Skele has to do Ice and Swamp.
Yeah.
So I don't know what happened, but this lead is actually huge for Tam.
Yeah, it is quite bigger than we originally thought.
So, that's... If you were on team, I want more HMG, that's not looking good.
Yeah. I did even see in the race room that they were... let's see if I can get up it here. Even Tam said although I'm a little sad that it means less rando. So both of them agreeing basically that it is sad that
I'm thinking
you
about,
don't get to do more.
I agree that I felt this way in my finals match last year. I think next year I might go for a different format where it's like a best of 5 with the player having an advantage instead of having the bracket reset where you can just win in one game. Yeah, well, so there has to be some format where the winner's bracket player has an advantage going in, and I think best of 5 is the way to make that work.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, WinFox. I think that's what next year will be. And I always like on the night the tournament ends, I will like start making the rules for the next one, which is I'm actually going to be making 2 rules because there will be consider this an official announcement. There will be a No Logic Mentor tournament for people who already know HMG. Sometime in the like midwinter, maybe like February-ish, to get around some other potential Go Mode podcast affiliated events that I'm not free to divulge, but you could probably figure it out if you hang around in that server. Hint, hint, we're at like 300 or like 999 members, so it's a good time to join the Go Mode podcast server. Get on that No Logic Mentor tournament action.
Do I need to remind you that the reason I got into HMV was because of Mentor Tournament, and you told in obscure chat about it, and I was like, okay, I'm totally doing it.
Yes.
And we're about to get a repeat here.
And if you think No Logic is like, oh, I don't know HMG, I can't do this, it's not too late. You have plenty of time to learn. You can learn this in like 2 weeks. No Logic, it takes longer, but to get to the point where you can join the No Logic tournament, you can learn in 2 weeks, and then you can get good in a month. Especially if you already have background in normal like no glitches rando.
Yeah.
Because here's the secret: it looks super impressive what people are doing, but most of the glitches are not actually hard. Yeah, and they're more similar to each other than the minor glitches that you learn. You might think, oh, but had to learn a million minor glitches to do like normal rando, and you have to learn another like million different glitches. It's not true. You learn like 3, and they're all basically the same.
Yeah. And yeah, as you said, when it comes to HMG and overworld glitches, there is not a lot of difference between them, to be fair. So yeah.
I am happy to see at least that Skele has gone into ice.
Yeah.
So that he will be in go mode when when Tam finishes.
Yeah. Is he floating to 5 though? That is the question here.
I mean, you don't go into a green pendant dungeon, find nothing, and not turn in the green pendant.
Yeah. Yeah, he's going there. That is a very fair thing in chat.
No Logic is definitely more of that I need to learn a million different things than HMG is. But to be fair, like the hardest part of HMG is learning the logic, and you don't have to learn any logic for no logic. I promise. It's the one thing you don't have to think about. You also don't have to count dungeon items because it's key sanity.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, man, this Aga is just brutal.
Yeah. If I find the time, I might sign up to that mentor tournament.
And no logic leaves a lot of room for personal expression. Like with this seed, you kind of had to follow the dots, but with no logic, you can make your own dots, and you'll probably get somewhere, no matter what path you take.
Mm-hmm. Right, Tam is heading into the Ganon fight. And here we see the difference. Basically half a palace between them.
It is not that big a difference. I mean, so Skele had this Wallmaster incident in Skull. Not really sure where the rest of the lead came from. Maybe like doing the front of Skull as a separate dip that Tam just skipped.
Probably. Well, I missed. Where did he say Silvers was?
I mean, we know where they are.
Oh, that's true.
Tam has the bow from Swamp, and Skele has the bow from Spike Cave. So Silvers are on Death Mountain, which Tam, I think, knows what that means because Tam got everything on Death Mountain.
Yeah. It's just my brain being a little bit spacey as normal.
It also just might have been a like I can afford to lose this game play because like Tam totally can.
Yeah. It might be.
So,
both of these players.
Yeah.
Both these players have a little bit different mental coming into this, definitely. But yeah, that is a GG.
That is the tournament for Tam as the winner. So we got Tam as the first place and Skele is the second place. And then bronze goes to MM2 NES cartridge.
Yeah. So yeah, coming in here with 1:26.48 as the finisher time. And based on what I'm seeing in the race room, he is gonna finish it as well.
Yeah, I understand the feeling of I don't want to forfeit my last race in the tournament.
Yeah. Yeah, also, thank you to MM for paying that one out. Only dropping 3 games in total for Tam. That is really impressive.
GG. Congratulations.
You did it, Tam. You did it. How does it feel?
Wow, it's a little hard to believe. I was so stressed for that whole race. And then, like, it kind of... When I got the Ganon hint about silvers, I was like, I had this sensation of dread wash over me, thinking that I had lost. But
So did you know that you were skipping Spike Cave and do that consciously, or was it a oops, I hopped down twice, I guess a not going kind of thing?
no, it was intentional. I wasn't confident in my ability to come back out of Spike Cave because I didn't have a magic potion.
Oh, I see. So you had low magic, burn only.
Yeah, even though I had 70 hearts, I mean, it was possible, but I just didn't want to bother, mostly.
Yeah. Also, if I look on the reason, we might see that Skele has butter. You could have gone butter.
It's in Swamp.
Nope, it's not in Swamp. It has to do with the mushroom, if I say it like that.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I was even talking
Very
about how
funny.
like usually powder is a waste of time. But that there was one race, so I forget which race was it one of yours where somebody gets the bow out of magic bat from fake powder.
No, I think that was MM2. But yeah, I know the one you're talking about.
Yeah, it was like a race. I know it was like a race that involved one of the people in this tournament.
Yeah, I was. I thought about it, but I'm just kind of anti-fake powdering. It's like, it feels so bad. But everyone remembers like that one race where it works, and they're like, "Oh, it's so good! You can just randomly win." I'm not a fan.
Yeah, definitely. Here you go, Skele also walking across the gap to finish his one as well. Finish off with an official time of 1:30.10. GG to him. But yeah, it was so quick that you guys picked up items in this one. Early glove, even early tyrants, early moonpearl, early hammer. Everything just kept coming to as we are welcoming Skele as well to the chat here.
GG, Skele.
GG's, congratulations.
Yeah, thanks.
I have to say, Skele, I'm now a big fan. Doing the fake powder to get that sword was great.
Yeah, that definitely wouldn't have happened if I didn't get stuck in the wall trying to do a Genon the first time. But whatever.
No, it's a really good point. We thought there was going to be this huge like sword difference at the end game, especially when we saw Tam skip the bow, and we're like, okay, so if the race is close, it's because there's a bow somewhere else, but then you're probably going to have like tempered silvers, and Tam will have master and nothing. But it ended up not working out that way.
Yeah, it was definitely nice to see the Master Sword from bat when I got it, though.
Yeah. And as you probably saw in the hint, the bow that Tam found was in Swamp.
Yeah, I'm curious, is that left side or compass chest or map chest?
Compass.
Big,
It was compass. I was like so relieved because I was like finding flippers first. I was like, oh no, I'm full clearing Swamp now.
Gotcha.
And then like, when I got the Dark World hint, it had to be Spike Cave. I had no other check.
Yeah, that was the bow I found.
Yeah. I even said that. I'm like, oh, Tam's going to see that. And like, oh, shoot, they're going to know it's Spike Cave. I'm wondering if you, how you feel about the new meta that only like 2 of us actually do, which is when you're in Swamp and you're just there to unlock it, you like open the big chest and you can maybe also open that chest that had the bow in it. And if that would have changed anything.
I would have done that if I had flippers, but
you can just do Specky.
Yeah, I don't think flippers matter. I mean, unless you mean like logically, like it's just not.
They don't
logic.
matter for doing it, but it's like, because I'm like so few items to go mode. It's either I find flippers and I go to Swamp and I do those checks, or I have flippers go mode and I'm wasting time doing those checks. If I had more items, like if I was looking for more, I may have done that, but I didn't
think
need
Gotcha.
to win this.
I think I would have wanted just like a sword. Because you were in really
Swords
scary
were-
Ganon
yeah,
territory.
I
You didn't have
was-
a lamp, you didn't have a bow, you didn't have a sword. Like, you were gonna probably have to buy potions for Ganon.
Yeah, the thing was, I was pretty confident in finding the lamp because of the fire rod being lamp locked.
Ew. Right.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That was actually
It
I
was?
almost went- yeah, because the key was in Darkross.
He was in Dark Cross. Oh,
yeah.
my goodness.
Yeah, I wasn't
It
even
was-
thinking about that.
I was not thinking about the fire rod. I mean, I was saying, acknowledging that it wasn't Sphere 1, but I wasn't thinking about it being out of logic.
That's
Yeah.
a good point.
Yeah. I'm also able to find half magic as well, Skele.
Oh man.
Yeah, he found it on Ether tablet.
Ah, okay.
Actually, getting the half magic, I almost fleeted to ice after that. But I was like, I really don't feel good leaving pod for so long, even though I'm missing the lamp and everything.
Yeah, I get
And then
that.
I also like kind of wanted the lamp to maybe basement clip if I had the opportunity to, but I don't
Oh,
think it's a
God.
good idea to basement clip when like I have to go back to Houston later anyway. So I'm not really saving much time.
You were gonna basement clip without the lamp?
No, I mean I wanted the
Okay,
lamp to
I
potentially
see.
basement clip. I actually thought going to the back of pod almost lost me the race because it was bow locked. And I was like, if I find the bow first, I'm just coming right back. But if I find the flippers, I'm wasting so much time.
hmm
And then I didn't even basement clip. So it was like, I felt really bad about that.
Well, you still won, so
Yeah, I mean, ultimately it was kind of hard call to ever go to ice. Even with the early mids and like kind of accessible fire rod, it was just kind of rough. And particularly, I thought like there was a possibility that you would go in, if you went in early, you would just get 3 items and leave. Because the 3 items are so easy to get.
yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't have very much left when I did go to ice, so I was like, I gotta make this
Yeah.
worth it at this point. So it's
Yeah, I
pretty
mean,
easy
I had,
call
like-
for me, but yeah, I could definitely see someone doing that too.
Because I mean, with the pearl and mirror, so easy to get. I just like full cleared early on. And it was crazy because like after the Dark World Overworld, we got a bunch of items, but like I was still so many items from Go Mode at one point. I was like, where is everything? But
Yeah.
then like once I got the fire rod and the quake, it was suddenly a lot closer to Go Mode.
Yeah. So one more thing that I want to ask you to: do any of you to know logic?
I started learning it like 2 weeks ago. So kind of.
I
How about you, Tam?
I think Tam knows no logic. Tam is the
I'm-
champion of the Glitch League, which ended with a
okay.
no logic spoiler pilot, which I can tell you
alright
is
then.
like the most stressful thing in the world.
Yeah. So the reason why I'm asking is that, Skele, you could wait a little bit because Malmö did announce something to the viewers of this race.
There
That
will
is the-
be. Yeah, go ahead.
There will be a no logic mentor tournament happening in about February.
Yeah, it's not set in stone when, but it is going to be through Go Mode Podcast, just like last year's. It'll be very similar, except that we will require everybody who joins already know how to play hybrid major glitches. And then, of course, we do this every other year, HMG or no logic. So that means next year's tournament is very likely to be no logic. And yeah, we'll see you then. Otherwise, that's it for 2023's glitch tournaments. I hope everybody had a good time.
I think we have to congratulate the real winner of today, who is MM2, for winning the challenge predictions.
Oh, MM2
Oh,
killed
yeah.
it. That was like,
Yeah, definitely.
That was like, 10, he's like 20 points ahead of everyone, like 4 weeks before the end of the tournament. But yeah, that's also a little fun thing you can play if you're like, He's also the third place, by the way, in this tournament. So like, what a boss!
Yeah, I had to stop him
Definitely.
doing the double.
Yeah.
But no, also shout outs to Mama for putting on the tournament. She like organizes everything glitches, so like probably
Definitely.
wouldn't have a tournament this fun and this cool if it wasn't for her. So, and thanks
Yes.
for doing commentary as well.
Yeah, as someone who like just, I mean, I guess this tournament's been going on for a while, but like having just recently learned HMG, I will say like a huge thank you to everyone, especially Malmo, for making it like such a fun and easy, I guess, community to like enter. I guess like there's just so many resources out there that I feel like I never would have got up to speed if not for all the different like guides and things like that. So yeah, big shout out. Glitch community is awesome. I'm happy to be a part of it now.
I gotta give a shout out to Muffins too, who like was a huge part in
Yeah.
organizing the qualifiers in the first half of this tournament. Couldn't
Yeah,
have done that
definitely.
without him.
Muffin's map too is pretty cool. So
Yes. Anyway, that's it. Hope everybody has a good night and enjoy your league matches on Speed Gaming for the rest of this weekend.
Yep, I have both I have 2 matches, one with each of my my tournament buddies. But yeah, yet again, thanks so much to both Skele and Tam for putting up an amazing performance for us, and thanks so much to other Tom for jumping in here and doing tracking. Thanks so much to Malmö for joining me here, so I had someone to talk to throughout this final. Well, we're gonna remind you yet again that on the 9th of November we have the Speed Gaming live in person. So if you are around the area, make sure to get your tickets for that. It is a great way to meet all your friends in the community. As well, looking here at the schedule going on right now over at the Speed Gaming main, we have the Super Mario Bros. 3 Randomizer weekly race. So if you're interested in that, make sure to jump over there. They just started. And that is the last thing that Speed Gaming does today. Any last words, Malmö?
Nope, that'll be all. Thank you, everyone.
Bye bye.